Hello everybody! Welcome to the What If Roundtable. The real what if is the friends we made along the way. I'm MasakoX, and joining me as always is of course my trusty sidekick Haverock.
Hello, guys. If you can hear me weirdly today, it's because I'm from my tablet. I'm not at home. I'm on vacation, but I cannot. I cannot wait too long to talk to you guys. So
Oh, of course. And we do have to admit that even though we don't talk about spoilers on this channel, we will just allude to the spoilers for for chapter 76. Oh man. This is I'm happy with what they're doing. But yeah, I'm just going to say that. I'm just really happy that what they've been talking about earlier on in the saga is actually going somewhere. It's like,
yeah,
oh, okay. But I am a little bit annoyed. It's like, oh, dang it. 24 hours after I put out my predictions video, I'm going to be lucky if I can get like, at least 2 of them right. But to be fair, honestly, I'd be okay with them being... I'd okay with being wrong. I don't want to be fully right. If I got a 5 out of 5, I'd be sad. I'd be like, I don't want to predict this. I don't want to
it's
get it right.
predictable. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
at least there was something that we kind of forgot about it and we didn't took into the equation.
Yeah.
Basically.
But again, we're not going to say what it is. But judging with the community right now, I think you probably guess what it is. But anyway, we won't be alluding to it. What we will allude to is what this is. This is the What If Round Table. And this is a place where you can contribute your ideas for future What If videos. For example, our Turles What If was a big factor from this very What If stream. So if you are able to contribute through means of super chat, you can get your stuff read out, and Haverock and I can give you a little bit of an allusion to it in real time. And these do go on. Yeah.
Basically, by the tough process of elimination, where we take all of your what if ideas, we make them fight, and only the strongest survives.
Yes, it's our own tournament of power. Only this time we will not object you to 48 minutes of just Zeno going. It's okay. It's allowed. It's just we will. It's much more agreeable. But yeah, a lot of these ideas that come from this stream do end up in videos. I'm just saying that. And our moderators, Gobi and Red Dragon, I can see, as well as will be manning the chat. If you are not able to do a super chat, we do read the main chat as well. So we do that. But if you can contribute, that's fantastic. It really does help support the channel. And I am looking into 2022 to what we can do to improve the channel and add some new content, perhaps. But the manga prediction was just one of those ideas, and I quite like doing that. That was really good. But anyway, let's get moving with our first one from Bedronius. And I know that he put these out quite early, so he got them in early. So I do usually start the stream an hour and a half early. So if you want to be early, then you just got to time it right. Usually an hour beforehand. But anyway, it's what if when Piccolo was wished to Namek, it brought Kami also, because same person, and they fused. After Kami also fused with Guru before he faded. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh man. That would be a little bit of a quandary in terms of like, well, which Dragon Balls end up being inert? Do the Earth ones? Probably the Earth ones actually, because
both.
Ooh, but then again,
they would like Super Kamiguru, because like this is basically what that would be. Would have to create a new set. On the flip side, however, like imagine that from this point on, like he would be able to create basically a combination of Porunga and Shenron.
Oh yes, Shenron with big fists. That's great. That
or
would be really
like
cool.
Porunga, with Shenron's head and serpentine tail.
I know Toyotaro would love doing that because he does love his dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then Bedronius.
Sherunga.
Sharunga. The next one is Sharingan. What if instead Goku Black instead of Goku was Turles? You could even argue that since he had Shinjin energy, that's why he could go Rose instead of Blue. Good question, actually. Because if the Tree of Might was meant to be used by the Sacred People, then technically what makes a Shinjin is that part of their diet is in Turles. So that would be interesting. If that was just this galaxy's Turles, it would be a bit of a twist, but you wouldn't have Zamasu saying everything's beautiful. I doubt Turles would say everything's beautiful and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just... I mean, you wouldn't get that, but at the same time, hey, come on, it's Turles. People will be happy with that. You know? Have Turles but rosé. Dark Goku rosé. Sounds more interesting. Bedronius. Okay, this is this is a Rev F quote. Yamcha, I've been meaning to ask, how did you get your scars? Seriously, you never told us. Good point. I think Toriyama was just going, bandit! Yeah, so, he's got to look cool and badass and whatnot. So, yeah, scars. Scars make you cool, right?
Well, why so serious, Captain?
It's like, well, come on, Captain. Why you gotta be so serious? You know, I think the scars look cool. As Matt Smith's doctor say, scars are cool. Yeah. All right. Okay. Next one is Raditz sent to Earth. Vegeta on ground, beaten by Raditz and Kakarot. Nappa, help your prince up! Nappa reaches down to grab him, then throws him into an air and mouth cannons. Ha! Good riddance to bad rubbish. Oh man, this is I'm looking forward to it. I've written part 5. I have written part 5, and it's this one's got a lot of Nappa and Kakarot in this, and Raditz does something which might make their reunion a little less fractious. Let's just say that. But yeah. It does wrap up the Pilaf saga, and I probably might speed through quite a bit of Dragon Ball because, you know, it'll be quite obvious about what happens because Raditz is a strong boy. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying that. I am enjoying this scripting thing. It's great. Okay. Beanerin says Raditz turned good. It's Goku. Hey, I'm Goku. You're the guy that invented the Super Dragon Balls? So, and it's Raditz going, wabba labba dub dub! There you go. Podo. Deltarune Chapter 2 comes out tonight. Yes, it does. Comes out at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah. I mean, I don't play Deltarune, but unless you're... well, I imagine Podo's going to be staying up late into the night. I totally imagine that. Because, no, come on, it's Deltarune. Why not?
Yeah.
Bedronius again. What if Raditz beat Goku, but doing so made Gohan go Super Saiyan? It's sort of like what would happen with my Gohan went Super Saiyan early, just even earlier. I just feel like if it did happen then, with Gohan's regular power level at like 4, I think his power level is like 2, based on that. But it depends what level you take it. Do you multiply the 710, or do you multiply the 2?
I remember that when he was attacking Raditz, he got some insane power level.
Yeah, because he was like 710. He got up to like about 700, and it was focalized. It was focused in one point, like specifically at Raditz's torso. So what a concentrated headbutt at speed, that's gonna hurt, and that was not far off a fatal injury actually.
Yeah.
So yeah. Depends which one you take. If it were like 2, and he went Super Saiyan 100, Raditz would have been like confused as all heck why this was like, eh. But if it was 710, oh boy, okay.
Yeah.
That's like, that could take on Jace.
Yeah.
Oh no, Berta.
Yeah.
That's Ginyu Force territory. But yeah. So, depends. Okay. Bedronius again. What if Nappa went to Earth instead of Raditz? For the sake of the story, let's say he didn't beat everyone. If Nappa went to Earth instead of Raditz, then I'd have to play the sound.
But like, if he didn't beat everyone, like...
But at the very least, he'd be able to convey his power, and he'd just stay there. He'd just wait for Vegeta to show up. He'd be making sure that they didn't train. You know, and he would try and train with them, but it'd be too weak and it would just be not worth his time. So he'd just wait for Vegeta to show up.
This is an actually interesting concept. What if Nappa was the weakest of 3?
Yeah, if you wanted to like twist it that way, and you made Nappa the dog's body instead of Raditz,
You keep his personality, but like Raditz is stronger.
that would be interesting in terms of like, oh, you have Nappa as this goon of a Saiyan, and you say, and then Nappa dies. But then, just you wait, Kakarot. Your brother's gonna be real mad with ya. I have a brother? That brotherly twist might actually be more impactful. Might be. Depends on how you write it. I think.
Yeah.
If you write it in a certain way, that could be really intriguing. Let's just say that. Yeah. Okay. So, Chilai, you said before you're looking for your sister? Yeah, she went searching for this boyfriend of hers when he stopped writing. Guy named Zarbon. It's a... Frieza. He was telling the truth! I thought his boyfriend was named Chuck. But no joke. The Chilai's sister will be alluded to. Yeah. It will be alluded to, and there'll be a little bit of fan service in there. But, one writing tip I have, I believe sensuality is better than sexuality. Sensuality. Those moments in classic 90s anime where it's alluded to something and it takes the imagination, your imagination, to then put the pieces together? That's what you do. Because I watched, there was an episode of Castle just now, it's like in season 7. And one character, is able to escape. And what it was alluded to, she basically had a scalpel and there was blood everywhere. You didn't see what happened to the other person. But, you put 2 and 2 together. You're like, oh, wow, that's dark for ABC. Jeez. That's dark for a Disney Channel thing. Woo! But yeah, I'm all about alluding to things. And that, I think, is much more potent. But, yeah, let's just say that Yamcha has the chance to impress a lady. But I'm looking forward to that episode. It's really, really good. And, of course, Shiraz steals the show. She always steals the show. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be good. Bedronius. What if when Goku told Bulma take care after speaking with future Trunks, this made Bulma stay with Yamcha instead of Vegeta? Oof. Well, we know that multiverse theory is a thing, so it wouldn't cause future Trunks to not exist. But it would certainly be like, Trunks would be very, very scared to realize that Vegeta and Bulma never hooked up. But then he'd be like, this would be like confirmation of multiverse theory, certainly. Okay. Oh, Devil Artemis reference. I wonder where Cell is. Maybe I can help. Pump Daddy C! Let me help too. Billy! Yay! I don't watch much of Devil Artemis things, but I do know the meme of course you do. It's like my Uncle Kagi once said. That goes around TikTok a lot. Like, a lot. By the way, if you are on TikTok, Team 4-Star actually do have a TikTok account, just so you know. They recently set it up, and I was their first follower. Haha. Well, as Krillin would say, haha! And all that stuff. Okay. Vulcan. What if Goku married Bulma Super Edition? Oh, tomorrow. Oh. Let's just say I watched episode 4 of the Marvel What If series, and I got inspired. Yeah. I gotta admit, Marvel had the balls. The people who are doing What If, wow. That's a really good series.
Haven't seen the 6th one.
No,
you know what? Like, honestly, aside from episode 4, I'm not so impressed. 1 and 4. The others were like pretty meh for me.
3 was a little weird. Like, it seemed like very convenient that things went wrong in that specific order.
Yeah.
That one was a little weird. It was entertaining, but it was still like, okay.
I feel that it's limited by like I'm not saying it's a bad show per se, but I feel it's very limited by its format.
But still, Captain Carter. Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Captain Carter was amazing. Like, woof. Now that is a brick. That's a brick. Definitely. Adult Ranch would be proud. Let's just say. Oh, okay. Vulcan again. What if Tarbell married Launch? Weird couple or not? Be a little bit interesting. I feel like the relationship would be very much in terms of blonde form like Anka is to the villager. If you remember the Anka Zone meme at the moment. Let's just say that. It would that would be the dynamic. But I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Camel by camel. Pyro Jack Daniel. I would ask what if Future Gohan went back in time, but I would rather ask how would that scenario worked if it was post what if Future Gohan survived, since if I remember correctly, Future Bulma working on the time machine is more of a hobby. Well, I suppose if Future Bulma just, I don't know, just casually just saying, what did you do today? Oh, I managed to bring under controls time and space. You know, nothing major, but
Yeah.
yeah, as you do.
World is dying. I may as well control time and space.
You know, just yeah, we'll just do that. That was my Sunday. Just managed to control time and space just for a laugh. Yeah, it's a hobby.
And what have you done, Gohan? What have you done?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, if Future Gohan went back in time just to like see what happened, I imagine probably it would be an interesting way about just seeing how he developed outside of it. But I imagine probably he'd be smart enough not to mess with it. But it would probably just be like a sense of like, oh, what could have happened? You know, had we managed to, you know, taken more initiative sooner, far less people would have died. Coming that way. All right, Podo. Would you be willing to go back and watch the old Dr. Slump animes and do episode reviews of them? I'm sure we'd all love to see them. Plus, it's the same canon as Dragon Ball. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah. And hey, it's a retrospective that Totally Not Mark hasn't done yet. So, yeah, maybe I could go back and I just need to find them. Maybe if I can, then I might do that, Podo. Good idea. Nice. But
I watched some as a kid, but it was so long time ago. Oh boy.
Yeah, no, Dr. Slump is very much, it's Marmite right now. In that, you know, episode 69 of Super was really much like, oh, if you didn't like that episode, you never watched Dr. Slump. So, that was quite entertaining. So, yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact, I think we actually had Slump before Dragon Ball here.
It wouldn't surprise me, because it was around since the early 80s, so it probably would have been in syndication in that regard. All right. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, Guardian Tree. What if Kami made a son to become Guardian after Goku refused the job offer, and he invited Chaozu and Tien up to the lookout for training as backups? Makes sense. Tien would probably be the perfect student for Kami, as we did in our Goku defeated Roshi What If. I imagine probably making hatching an egg probably would take out a lot of life force from Kami. It would be risky. Yeah, if you were to make a child at that point, probably might endanger his life. So it would be very much a rush job to try and educate him. Tien and Chaozu probably would have to be caretakers.
And he would be called Mike because musical instruments like Kami syllables change. Like microphone isn't an instrument per se.
Yeah, like a microphone. Yeah. Agreed. Okay, Podo. Also, what would it take you to go to do the same with the chapters of Toriyama's other mangas that also take place in the same canon as DB, like Cashman, Sachi-chan, Ghoul, Gia, and Jako? Well, good question actually. I do plan to be getting the Toriyama manga theater manga that book that Viz is putting out. I think that's a really good bargain. Like it's 25 bucks. No, 25 quid. 25 quid for all of his Toriyama's one shots. That's really good value.
Yeah.
So no, I'm definitely gonna be getting that, and then we will definitely look into those because Cashman is one I'm kind of intrigued in. So
yeah,
I
like for sure we should go through Jaco because actually Jaco has a lot of like those little lore tidbits that are important for Super.
So. Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, Seton Tube. What if Goku's heart virus was mixed with the black water mist? Ooh. if it, like, the virus then kind of polluted the mist, then not only pretty much that would supercharge anybody that consumed the mist, and then if they were to they would then expire from a heart attack. So, they exert themselves too much, then, your ticker gets a little dicky and then you die. So,
gosh, that's dark.
Dark. Ugh, jeez. Vulcan, what if Lord Slug turned good, not an April Fool's? Probably.
We will go there. We will go there one day.
Vulcan, don't worry. We got that on the back burner for the moment when we were like, what else do we do? We've done everything else. Do we then resort to Slug? Yeah, we resort to Slug. Don't worry. We'll be working on this. Guardian Tree. What if Yurin came with Tien and Chaozu to the 22nd tournament? Well, it'd be interesting to see her a little bit earlier in the story. I would like to see Yurin back in there again, ideally as a love interest for Ten Shinhan, or at least, a sidekick. But we're not going to see that, because, that's bad press now thanks to Argentina banning Dragon Ball Super. But to be honest, I don't blame them. I don't blame standards and practices in Argentina, because that scene in episode 89 was terrible with Poir. That was awful. Like, oh my god. I mean, I'm glad that in the rest of Super Roshi was okay, but as you know, in the Moro saga, he just fell back into that again. I'll talk more about it in a future video about bait and switches, but that'll be out next week.
Also, like, they are so tame on, like, violent stuff, but, like, this was probably one of the worst things Roshi did ever.
Yeah, it's like, the rest of the stuff is like, oh, Japan. This one was just like, ew. That's, ooh. Ugh. No. Vulcan, you can use my martial spirit idea in a video. Oh, yeah, cool. Your key idea. Thanks, Vulcan. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you. Craig. Craig Twitchell. It's been a while since I've seen you. What if Jiro was the main character? I think you've mentioned this before, but in terms of the main character, it'd be an interesting way of just, like, actually seeing more the more human and empathic side of Jiro. Like, you actually understand why he is the way he is. The whole making Earth a utopia via technology. That kind of world domination. But you would definitely have it painted in the way that Goku is definitely the bad guy. Certainly.
Basically, if you wanted Jiro as the main hero, you would get gritty Dr. Slump.
Yes, you get Dr. Slump after dark. Yeah. You get the 15+ rated one.
Yeah.
Vulcan. What if Goku married Tsuno, and what if Gohan had a twin sister? I think you've done the Gohan and a twin sister thing angle a few times, but I imagine probably there'd be far less conflict in regards to Chi-Chi being pressing for studies. But, at the same time, I don't know. It depends on how Chi-Chi wanted to, like, really set up standards of, like, living to make the twin sister a housewife. Really depends on what they want to do. So it's all about, how Chi-Chi divides her time and efforts. But yeah. As to Goku marrying Tsuno, that wouldn't be a good marriage, because Tsuno would just let Goku push her over all the time. Like, he'd get away with murder, just like Goku does in the Bulma What If, when he married her. Yeah, I'm looking forward to how people react to that tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. Just a little bit macabre, in my opinion. Just saying. Craig, what if Jiro's grudge was with Bulma instead of Goku? Well, it kind of is in a way. It is sort of, because, Capsule Corp and the Red Ribbon Army were, they were at loggerheads with each other. So there would be a huge amount of resentment toward that company. So it is understandable in that sense. So if it were, then I imagine Goku probably would just be, she probably would be then like, he'd try and either kidnap her or try and make these ones, instead of killing Goku, just taking down Capsule Corp. Or taking it over for the Red Ribbon Army. So it'd be a little bit more like politically savvy, almost. Craig, what if you switched the roles of Capsule Corp and the Red Ribbon Army? Okay. So if you made the Red Ribbon Army almost like the main company, then you probably would have it in a way that they would be much more in a hostile takeover. They'd be doing things a lot more ruthlessly than Capsule Corp. Capsule Corp are quite a benevolent company, albeit a frightfully monopolized one. But if you had Red Ribbon Army as the majority of the transportation sector on Earth at that time, you would definitely have it in a way where they're much more hostile, and Capsule Corp would have been bought out in hostile takeover. Yeah, so there'd be a lot more peril in terms of Capsule Corp's integrity. Okay, next one is, what if Adult Ranch had to save Haverock from Elmo Binks with the help from Giro? Ah, Elmo Binks.
I would be very grateful.
Yes, Adult Ranch cradling Haverock in her arms as she jumped away with Dr. Giro giving her rocket boots. Come on. I know that Courtney would be very happy to hear that Ranch had rocket boots. I mean, she doesn't technically need them, but come on. It's rocket boots. Rocket boots are fun. Why not?
You can make rocket kicks.
Panda Walk. What if Krillin was Free Guy? Nappa. Catchphrases! P.S. Who gets to be Taika Waititi's character? I need to see that movie. It looks so much fun. I love the cameo that they put in, but I also love it when the people in the audience, when Chris Evans does the thing, you just hear people in the theater going, language. Yeah, that was fun. I want to see that movie. So sorry, Panda Walk, I can't answer that because I've not seen the movie, but I do want to see it. It looks so much fun. Like, have you had a chance to see it, or heard about it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I think this is what all these video game reference things should have been. It's actually done really well because they actually have the properties and they don't shoehorn in the characters. They use them cleverly, which is something I'm always down for. Okay. Next one is the Stargazer. What if Tarbell landed on Earth? In my opinion, I would have him be old enough to remember the Saiyans and maybe have him land at Capture Corp. Thanks. It'd be interesting to see Tarbell being the little brother to Bulma, and probably would be interesting to see when they actually Goku and Tarbell meet. They meet probably when Tarbell's a fair bit younger than Goku, or maybe they might be closer to age. I'm not quite sure of Tarbell's age.
I think Tarbell's older. We checked that.
Not by much though. Maybe a couple of years, because I think Vegeta is about 6 years older than Kakarot. Or about 4 or something like that. Yeah. Tarbell's probably 1 or 2. It's close. Close.
Yeah. They are pretty close, but
well, who knows? Maybe this might be something that leads to quite an intriguing alliance or friendship. Could be. Yeah. Someone they're like each other. They have tails and all that. Interesting. Craig, what?
Maybe Bulma maybe Bulma would have a knowledge about Saiyans from Jacko.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because Jacko was clearly around and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next one is Craig. What if you switched the roles of the Briefs and Jiro's family, and what if Goku never married? If Goku never married, well, we wouldn't have kids for a start, so Gohan would have been out the door. So later on in Dragon Ball Z, I'd play the sound, but if the Brief and the Jiro families, probably you just end up, probably with Gable, Android 16's human side, being the boy genius, almost. At last, my greatest work completed. And all that stuff. And then just for the sake of giggles, I'd have it, so that means he had a little sister who was just like, ooh, what does this button do? I'd have it just just have that D.D. Dexter dynamic.
Yeah.
You are stupid. And don't forget, you have a stupid face. I'd do that. Because, come on. Dexter's Lab. Come on. I remember that from World Premiere Toons. I'm that old. I remember World Premiere Toons. That was that.
Same, and we have Cartoon Network at this time.
Yeah.
The British one. I think we had it for a year, on cable TV, but we had it, so that was
Oh,
my CN.
Oh, you had the cable version, so it was 24 hours. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, lucky. Oh, lucky, because...
But we lost it pretty quickly, you know?
Oh.
That was when I learned a lot of English from this.
Hey,
maybe not a year, but like a few years, like 2-3 years.
I mean, hey, who said that cartoons were bad for your brain? Hey,
yeah.
You know, I think that's I think that that means cartoons will be playing in my house. I guarantee you. Okay. Next one is Craig. Hi, my new job doesn't let me interact much, so I'll pop in when I can. Well, it's good to see you still, Craig. It's good to see you around.
Yeah.
Craig, what if Frieza replaced Zeno as Omni King? Funny you mentioned that, Craig. I am working on something that you will probably be seeing at the in October. Is it in October? I'm doing a Frieza-centric idea, so that might crop up.
In this one, probably it would start horrible, but I think after a while, I think he could get hang of it. Like he would be hairy but fair after a while. Depends from what time. Super Frieza would be like scary but fair. Basically, Z Frieza GP would have to put him down. Like an old space yeller.
Yeah, like getting an old space yeller. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
You do know that dogs are completely universally accepted. Even I wouldn't kill a dog. Doggos are poggos. As Frieza would say. By the way, that's the thumbnail art for tomorrow. Yeah. 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 No.
I'm in a very weak position to get the reception.
Well, either way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. I know.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. No.
Dear.
Oh no. I'm teasing you all for the Goku Bulma thumbnail.
Oh dear. Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys. Man. Oh, Red Dragon. Arthur's doing all right. She's had a bit of mastitis because she had a phantom pregnancy. Because she had a phantom pregnancy and that caused one of I won't go into too much detail, but she was a little bit poorly. I'm gonna get her some antibiotics tomorrow. But typically, I go in, get a sample, cost me 200 quid, for that and Smokey's meds, and it turns out she then gets better all by herself. Great. Okay, thanks. But we're still going to get him anyway, because we want to protect Arthur, because Arthur's precious. Yeah. And yeah, no, I did a show with her. I dressed up in my, the jacket I wore for the bingo tournament thing. That purple one. I wore that in the ring. And that got us second place in the yearling category. So I got that. I'd never done showing before in the professional capacity. It's usually Philly who does it. And I'm usually just the guy who carries all the stuff. But, no, Gobi, technically 12 months beardies can, they can have babies. So, she's only 18 months really, but, we're planning to breed her from the age of 3 because, there are so few beardies being born that it's just 200 born a year. So, we want to keep the gene pool around. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. PandaWalk. Vegeta. You're polluting the royal bloodline by mating with a low-class girl. Future Ranch. No, it's Future Ranch. Future Trunks. Dad, in all fairness, she's the only female Saiyan I know of. I mean, he's not entirely wrong. PandaWalk. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, who watched Totally Not Mark's video? About, like, Gengifying the super art? That Caulifla! Oh my god! That Caulifla! Jeez! Oh, man. That's a really good Caulifla. That's a spicy Caulifla. I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. I had a coffee about like at 6 o'clock, and so now I'm peppy. Oh, hey, Stout's in the chat. Hey, Stout. Yeah. Hey. Okay, Panda Walk again. Teen Cell Jr. flares his key to the Dragon Team surprise and horror in the World Martial Arts Tournament. Boo Saga.
Ah, it's good to be back.
Spots Goku.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting the family reunion?
Teen Cell Jr. flicks his finger, destroying the punching machine.
Oops. Even if I am holding back, I still cause wanton destruction.
Teen Cell Jr.'s death beaming either Krillin or Videl torture.
Thinking of you, Gohan. Get sensu beans.
To the victim.
Nothing personal. Just venting out frustration from Gohan's laziness.
Ultimate Gohan. I can't believe I'm saying this, but thanks for protecting Trunks. Piccolo, I'm my little bro from Boo. Super Perfect Cell Jr.
Don't patronize me. Gotenks might be interesting to fight. Piccolo, we just talked.
You can't let your father define you who you are.
T says, yes, I know the similarities between you and me. Funny how history repeats.
That was an interesting series of what ifs and stuff like that. Okay.
Junior.
Yeah. That's a lot of them, but I like that. Okay. Sailor 11 Sedna. Read Tarbell replacing Raditz in the Saiyan saga. He'd have a longer trip. Could impact Gurei's planet, and he wouldn't troll Piccolo. Oh yeah, no, Tarbell would be really respectful. And be like very, he'd be very honorable. He'd be strong. He'd be stronger than Goku would be, but not by much. But it would still be enough to at least keep Goku in his place. But he'd be very polite. And that would be, but it would certainly be a very big misconception about Saiyans, and I think that would be a bit of a emotional whiplash later on. But that's fair. Okay.
Would lead to interesting thing when they would meet their brothers again.
Yeah. That could be emotionally quite cool. Okay, next one is Panda Walk. Oh, no, it's Podo. Sorry. Had an idea for my DBX Undertale what if. Since the monster's ability to absorb the souls of deceased humans sounds like a weaker version of Morio's powers, I could have him as the ancestor to all monsters. Oh, okay. I like those ideas. I mean,
he's kind of goatee, like the royal family.
Yeah, no, exactly. Next one, Panda One. Would Videl be that fangirl over prominent female martial artist? Like, what if Guinea, Z-Fighter, Chi-Chi, Fem, Goku, and Iron Bulma? It would be cute. Oh, yeah, totally. Like, totally. It wouldn't be, like, overtly so, but enough to, like, you know, have the wide eyes, the mild blush. Not a major blush. We're talking, like, 20%. You know those charts where it goes from 0 to 100? Like, those 6 different panels? It'd be 20%. Just enough of, like, admiration. Panda Walk again. What if Vegeta, Tarbell, and Broly starred in Thor Ragnarok? Thor jeets. Get help! Throws Tarbell Loki at guards. Dr. Broly banner. Did I win? That would be fun. Tarbell going, surprise. All that stuff. Thor Ragnarok was a good movie. It was a fun movie. It showed that Thor-centric movies could be fun. But but to be fair, it did feel like, let's just make it Guardians of the Galaxy, you know. But hey, I'm okay.
I kind of feel bad for, like, you know how they removed, like, Thor's friends, the 3 companions, and they just glossed over it. That's my biggest critique of the movie.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. Okay, next one is Kirby. What if Future Boo was awakened in the Goku Black arc? Oh, wow. If Future Boo was awoken in that arc, well, he probably would get trounced. Oh,
you mean, okay, in Black, okay. Yeah, probably.
He would get trounced, so he'd have to probably resort to cunning tricks to absorb Goku Black. That would be funny for a lightning round, actually.
But that would be, that would be just future imaginable, and he wasn't super smart.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting. We could always do it for a lightning round. I think that would be funny. If we were to do that for a lightning round, this would be just one because we thought it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know. We don't have to make it super serious. We just have it like, oh, that would be very, very amusing to see Goku Black taken down by Majin Buu. Alright, Minion of the East. What if Dr. Gero and Dr. Wheelo worked together? And what if Krillin trained under Master Shen instead of Roshi? Well, Krillin would turn out to be the super jerk, like the jerkiest jerk that ever jerked, because he was when we first met him. And Gero and Wheelo working together? That could be a powerful combo. The cunningness of Dr. Wheelo, having Dr. Kochin as a comedy relief, and Gero's kind of sense of being able to actually get things moving and stuff like that. That could be a powerful combo. So I would say that'd be really potent. So I probably would.
We might be having a discussion about.
Yes.
Dr.
Yeah,
Dr.
we will be in a couple of weeks' time. So for now, I'm just going to be playing a little bit of like.
Excellent.
That's how I think. Excellent. I think that's an interesting idea.
Tell me, who is the strongest man?
What a dumb question. Son Goku, naturally. Son Goku. Yes, Son Goku.
Goku.
Son Goku. To be honest, that Wheelo's voice in that's not bad. Like, tell me, who is the strongest man? Sounds very philosophical. It's not bad.
The strongest man.
It does sound very introspective. I like it. Okay, Riku Wisteria. What if Goku had Broly and his friends come to Earth to tame his anger after the events of Dragon Ball Super Broly? I can imagine that Goku takes Broly to Earth, to visit for every now and again. Takes him to an amusement park. Broly with cotton candy. I totally see that. Like, I imagine it wouldn't surprise me if Broly does come and visit, like goes to the theme park and all that stuff. Just seeing, just Broly having fun, but knowing that he could always be taken back to Vampa and all that stuff. So, hey, and Chila and Lemo could come too. Go take them to a theme park. Hey, Vegeta knows of one that's really good. Coin. Hey, have you ever tried to ask Toriyama what he thinks about your what ifs? Funny story, actually, Coin. I was going to AX one time. No, not AX. Acon a few years ago. And the guy who was driving me apparently told me that he heard that Toriyama heard of DBZA and he hated it. But I don't know whether that's true or not. I doubt it was true. But that's the only inkling that I've had that Toriyama's aware of my existence. But again, I take that with a pound of salt. So I don't fully believe it, but that's just like, it's a story. But to be honest, I have our conspiracy hat on and feel like somebody at Shueisha's watching us. It would be very blind of them not to be aware of the community. So, Yeah, no, Gobi. Gobi, I agree.
As DBTubers in general, not only like, not us specifically, but like the wider...
Yes, absolutely. As in, like, being aware of what's going on. Just being savvy. Red Dragon, I'd say a pound of salt. Not too much, though. I live in hope. Smash Ultra. What if Goku is the rebel sibling like Ryoko and Dante, and Raditz is the authority sibling like Satsuki and Virgil? Well, I mean, Goku sort of bucks the trend of a Saiyan. So I guess just continuing on from Bardock's trend. And Raditz is sort of like, someone who's quite compliant, ultimately. Bit of a coward, bit snivelly, always like self-preservation. So,
Saiyan may cry.
Saiyan may cry. Yeah, exactly. So, oh, it's a DMC thing. Oh.
Yeah.
Saiyan C. Goku would like his strawberry sundae. Okay, Al Acolyte. Bear with me, but what if the comic Invincible was set in the DBZ universe, starring Vegeta, Trunks, and Bulma as the main family? Think, Trunks, think! It'd be interesting, but honestly, I can actually see that working, because Vegeta loves Bulma, but sort of like a pet, almost. It sort of works, and there are mirrors that, people like trying to attack Vegeta, and he's like, really? Don't you dare. And all that stuff. You wouldn't dare. All that stuff.
I just imagined J.K. Simmons voicing
Vegeta. Oh, yeah. No, definitely. That could be fun.
It works in a very weird way. It kind of works.
I love the fact that J.K. Simmons got buff for that role. Like, went to the gym. And was method acting. That's how you do method acting, Jared Leto. Like, just saying. No sending rats in the post. Not shame on you. Timothy Rom.
Apparently, a lot a lot of that stuff that was attributed to Jared was kind of exaggerated as well.
Well, I do know for sure he wasn't invited to the after party.
Oh yeah.
No. Everyone else in the cast was invited from that movie except him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people did not take kindly to what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is Timothy Rom. What if Goku saved Vegeta on Namek? If Goku was able to like block the death beam, I think Frieza would just end up doing it again. He just end up.
It wouldn't change much. Like Vegeta wouldn't be grateful.
It wouldn't change too much. Yeah, because Vegeta's nowhere near strong enough to help. So he mainly would just be on the sidelines watching it go by. And I think Frieza would at that point say, you know what? I would rather see you beating up another one of your Saiyans. It'd be rather fun.
The best he could do would be what he did with Perfect Cell for Gohan. Like a distraction in a key moment.
Yes, exactly. Kajaru Lesu. What if MasakoX was dropped into the Dragon Ball world? Similar to that Yamcha fanfic, or even Jobless Reincarnation style. If I were dropped in there, I probably would do a similar thing. As in, like, you know, figure out who'd be best to train with, do what you need to do to try and get their favor, curry their favor and whatnot. So, yeah, I would definitely look into that. So
what I would do, I would like gather the Dragon Balls and ask Shenron for one wish. Give Granola the Survivor a therapist.
Oh yeah, I still like Kaiser's wish. He would be like, he came up with one, and I bogarted this one, but it's like he would wish for a book, that anything that was written down on it could happen. So like a Death Note, but more potent. Like you just say, I will write everything in this book, make everything that happens in this book come true. So you can have many wishes in one. I'm thinking, that's a good idea. Okay. Tomako-san, could you do what if Bardock was wished back to life by Goku and becomes a Z fighter? I feel that could be potential. As much as I think I'd like to see that in a way, Bardock's not the kind of guy who sticks around. It'd be very interesting to see what happens. What happens going forward, you know, with what people want to do. But I feel like if he did go become a Z fighter, he'd be one of those people that only comes back when he has to, like sort of Captain Marvel. You'd have to call him back and he'd be like, all right, who I gotta beat up now, son? And then after everything's done, he'd go away again. It wouldn't be like, he would be a person who comes in to help pick up the rubbish. He wouldn't be somebody who would be there regularly.
Also, you know, the thing with Bardock is that people want very conflicting things from this character. Like, I get why people like Bardock, and it can be interesting, but as we said many times, we think his element will be overrated.
Yeah, no, certainly. Oh, Dark Snake coming in with the $50 super chat. Thank you. All right. Dark Snake says, how would Trunks react to Mai having an affair with Ranch? And after Ranch getting caught by Trunks, how would he react to her being a part of a threesome?
I'm sorry, that's a new one.
Well. Kirby says hashtag Dark Snakes Lemon Trees. Hey, I mean, if they were able to survive and like save the galaxy and stuff like that, then I imagine probably there would be a lot of fun times. A lot of celebration.
As long as they're happy.
So long as they're happy and it's consensual, then that's okay. Hey, to be honest, there's a quote I like. You know, it's just like, I think I think Ranch is the kind of person who would appreciate beauty for what it is, whatever gender or identity. So I'm thinking she's like, all right, sure, and then just brings Trunks in, and Trunks is just like, okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, oh my, that it's just like wow. Oh okay, wow. Right, okay, I'm getting distracted here. But that was a bit of a twist there. You certainly woke me up, Dark Snake. Jeez. But yeah, no, but anyway, thank you. Definitely gave us a laugh. Okay, Timothy Rom. What if Goku saved Vegeta on Namek? Oh no, we did that one. Sorry. No, we did that. Sorry. No, Tiger Fire. I wanted to add to my previous what if Shenron became mortal. The story wouldn't have to have the dragon give up his immortality one day, but rather stolen through a wish or other means and grow to liking being mortal. Oh, okay. So, like, sort of, just a journey of discovery, fish out of water, or, in this case, dragon out of water. I think that's a cute idea. You know, Shenron going for an ice cream. Yeah, going for an ice cream. Liking it. That would be really, really sweet. Sort of like, Dragon Maid, but just with Shenron instead. Yeah, I can imagine that. Just stick Shenron in the Dragon Maid universe. That'd be perfect. I like that.
Or, you know, you could recycle old ideas from Dragon Ball and have, like, Shenron inhabit a special...
Yeah, no, that's what we want to do one day. Finish off Dragon Boy. Yeah, we will do that. And Ditesh Ordo. What if Android 16 was rebuilt or wished back with the Dragon Balls? Good question. I don't really want this to happen, because I feel like if you had an Android 16B, it wouldn't be the same 16. It'd be like a facsimile of that, a simulation. So I feel like ultimately it would not really elicit the same reaction that you would want. It would be more like kind of like...
Unless, you know, you make a plot point that he's a very different character. You know, like you could give this character a unique identity.
Yeah. If you could make a replica in some way, or just like make them vary in some way, then yeah, maybe. Could work. Okay. Next one is Al Acolyte again. Thank you. Also, what if Goku Black wished for Cell's body instead? Can't deny his logic about being the perfect mix of the races. That bod, wielded by a god, would really be perfect. Perfect as Cell.
One thing that I would say kind of doesn't work here is that Zamasu would absolutely hate the fact that it's an artificially created organ.
Yes. Essentially, yeah, a mechanoid who is a slave to humans in interpolated thing. It'd be like, this is terrible. Why would I...
An abomination and another proof that he did nothing wrong to him.
Exactly. Okay. Kirby, asked before but wanted Hav's thoughts. What if 17 and 18 could have kids, but because Jiro wanted to use them to produce more infinite energy androids for cheap? Have? And Kirby does clarify they don't not together.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What if they could have kids, or what if?
Yeah, what
can you read it again? Sorry.
It's like, what if 17 and 18 could have kids because Jiro wanted to use them to produce more infinity engines through, you know, reproduction?
I mean, it doesn't say that that he won't. Like, GT didn't address that, but you have those lines in Super that Maron is not an ordinary kid.
Yeah, there's something about Maron. But we don't know.
We don't know like if she has a natural infinity energy, you know.
Like a hybrid solution.
Not generator, but like if her body's attuned. Like, I think that this could cross Jiro's mind at some point.
Yeah. It's an intriguing idea, and one we might touch upon in a later discussion. We'll just say.
Yeah.
Okay. The Somewhere Man. Drawing from the idea of Dragon Boy, what if each Dragon Ball could summon a good version of their respective Shadow Dragon, or simply give someone their abilities to add a little spice to battles? Well, that sort of is what the Dragon Balls do. And in theory, the Shadow Dragons are not evil dragons. They are the dragons. They are firmly believing in their cause that their minds have been polluted by the wishes that the Earthlings have made on them. So, in theory, they're not bad. They've been corrupted by humanity. So, if you had wishes that were more worthy and much more beneficial and benevolent, they wouldn't be that bad. So, in that regard, but
Yeah,
I do
bad,
like
they are just wished this way.
But I feel like if you had them as powers, it would just end up being Power Stone. Not that that's a bad thing, because Power Stone is cool. But yeah, it would certainly be like you just have these things that are powered up. You know, you just have different.
You know, you could give people transformations based on those powers, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, Shane Levin said he just wanted to really appreciate the Vegeta video yesterday. It was a very insightful breakdown of his character. Well, thank you, Shane, for the suggestion in the first place. Haverock really put a good amount of time into that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah. Kirby, for Vince Lumentad, on behalf of him, what if Future might ask Future Bulma to turn her into an android to help Future Trunks fight off Goku Black? It'd be a pretty drastic thing for her to do, but, you know, it's a noble cause. I think Bulma would resort to trying it. I mean, they don't have much choice, but I imagine probably it'd be done in a less dark way, and it's not done in a cave, so probably would be a bit more refined than Jiro's option. But yeah, could be an interesting twist. You know, she has a sniper rifle that comes out of her arms, or her arms are the sniper rifle, like sort of Kochin has a cannon. That'd be cool. But yeah, it just makes me think. If Future Mai, her sniper shot rang true, and she actually hit the Potara, and that broke, that could have solved a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if that happened? That would have been... That's the
Let's
way
do it.
for a human to be useful.
Let's do it.
I mean, that would be a lightning round thing, but, you know, it'd be cool.
Also, I'm sorry. The best cybernetic, the easiest one you can do for Mai is like give her cybernetic version of Granola's eye.
Yeah. Okay. Smash Ultra. What if DBZ villains are named after 80s, 90s cartoons like Eliminator, Thrax, Chaos, and Dark Shadow?
And Freezer.
But yeah, I mean, 80s and 90s characters just sounded amazing. You just add a Tor, or Tron, or Max, or
the Care Bear.
Yes, they care too much. But I suppose if they were, it surprised me that the Pioneer dub didn't actually try and Americanize those names to make them sound cooler. But, yeah, they had some restraint. Okay, here we go. Next one is E. Garcia Hunter. What if Broly, Goku, and Vegeta all landed on Earth? If they all landed on Earth, probably I'd have to say play the sound on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Vegeta would just turn into a personal playground. Broly would have to be tempered. Goku, he'd just be a bystander.
In short, monkeys.
Monkeys invade, taking a Planet of the Apes. Apes together, strong. Kirby. What if Future Trunks' rage form made his alignment evil? Oh, well, if it were like a proper berserker form, like, you know, sort of like the power and rage that you got from, from Grade 3 Super Saiyan. But then in this form, that would be kind of dark. And he basically, you set him on Goku Black, but then he doesn't stop and just takes down everyone in his path. You know, that could be interesting.
You know, Dad, I think I'm evil now, so I have to be stopped.
That's my boy. E. Garcia Hunter, thank you for your additional super chat. ZOV, what if Tapion appeared during the Future Trunks story? It'd be interesting. You'd have to then explain Hirudegarn in the main timeline, but hey, we did that in the Videl timeline, including Tapion. So, yeah, could work. Maybe trying to be a good way of pepping up future Trunks to make him, you know, less hopeless. Lawrence 007. Oh, hey, that's my name. Nice. What if Piccolo never turned good? That would be the old classic one of what if Dragon Ball Z never happened? As in, like, oh, he just takes Gohan, becomes a minion, then takes over the world. That is until Vegeta and Nappa show up. But yeah. NPC, thank you very much for your super chat. Lasers. Hey, I was wondering what would happen if Goten and Trunks did not know how to go Super Saiyan in the Buu Saga. They probably would have actually been sleeper things. As in, like, they would have the power, but then them turning into Gotenks would be a little bit of a twisted thing. Probably that would have been enough to trigger them going Super Saiyan. But that would have been a much more interesting way of them going Super Saiyan in the fusion form. And then they kind of learned it from there. Like, they had the potential, but they couldn't quite do it. But, yeah, it didn't say anything about Gotenks not being able to go Super Saiyan. But we definitely wouldn't have had Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. But, yeah. Is that for the best? Hard to say. The Somewhere Man. What if Gohan became King of Earth? We sort of got that in the what if Gohan was Earth's hero in that way. But if he were, I think he would probably be, you know, Chi-Chi would insist being on, like, the Queen Regent, almost. Because, you know, Gohan's not of age at that time.
But he would, you know, host the legendary World Conference.
Yes, oh, the bi-monthly World Conference. And it's mandatory. Everyone must attend. NPC 218. What if Bulma was working on the time machine, something malfunctions, causing future Gohan and present Gohan from the Buu Saga to switch places? Oh, okay. So it's sort of like, it gets transponded, so that means the actual occupants get switched almost. So, that could be kind of curious. Like, you suddenly get...
Much better deal for the future timeline.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, sort of, actually.
I mean, we love future Gohan, but if you think about it, like, his gains weren't really that big for amount of years he trained.
You think there would have been more, you know, all that Zenkai and all that stuff? And Sensu Beans would have been around for at least a while.
Yeah.
You think they would have actually tried to find a way to grow more of them? Or at least grow them somewhere? Because in the Dragon Ball Online timeline, Yajirobe does bring them down to Earth. So...
Also, would Mr. Popo tell them about the room of spirit and time, about hyperbolic time chamber? Like,
they never asked! All that stuff.
You know, like, History of Thrones is great, but the longer you start to think about it, the more holes you can find in the whole story of that.
Yeah, but you can sort of forgive it, because it is a cool story. Yeah, you can sort of forgive it. But yeah. Okay, next one is Kirby. What if future Trunks ended up in Dr. Slump? It'd be a bit of a wake-up call, but hey, being given ice cream by the person that you idolized, that was pretty much a, you know, a wake-up call for him in the Super arc. If he did, I think he'd get along okay. It would be a bit of a simple thing, but I imagine he would follow he would probably share his father's sentiment about, you know, not liking gag characters. Yeah. Let's see. Next one. Lawrence 007. Oh, no, we've done that one. We have done that one. So, what a pickle I never turned good. Yeah, we did cover that. Jay Hunter. Long-time fan. Thanks for all the hard work. Oh, by the way, we're going to have the cut-off point in 5 minutes' time. Just so you know. Jay Hunter. Long-time fan. Thanks for all the hard work. What if Gohan... Oh, thank you. What if Gohan went Ultra Instinct since he's received Elder Supreme Kai's training already? Ultra Instinct Gohan looks early Ultra Instinct in my opinion. In What If said Roshi is the closest human to UI. Thoughts? Well, Toyotaro kind of said that with Roshi having Ultra Instinct, so yeah, less said about that, the better.
I mean, it was something similar to it. And to be fair, if you see him dodging bullets and all that stuff in early DB, you can kinda see where they are coming from. As for Gohan, like right now, remember that we are in the manga at least we are past of the point that Ultra Instinct is the ultimate technique of all of the divine beings, but
Yeah.
it's it's an angel thing. Like
Yeah.
Beerus can do it, but he never mastered it. So
Yeah.
it's I doubt Kai's would be versed in it. But if Gohan had it, like Super Buu wouldn't have a second round. Let's just say.
No, definitely. And also, if you check out our Ultra Instinct video about Vegeta, we do allude to what Gohan's ultimate form could be retconned into. So,
yeah.
I'll just say that. Go and check out the video.
The Ultra Ego one.
Yes, the Ultra Ego one, the one that's over 100k. Now, I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
Dangerous Safety. What if Vegeta got the heart virus instead of Goku? Could Goku save the future? And would his future death mellow him? I think Goku could save the future. I think he's strong enough to be able to deal with the androids in some capacity, but he'd have to, like, probably... He would know about the Realm of Spirit in time for a start. So, they would definitely be able to use it.
Goku and Gohan, with if there's no Vegeta to allow Cell to, to go perfect, no problem.
Yeah.
Like, they would stomp him.
Yeah. Kirby163. How do you think the future Pilaf gang were killed? Probably trying to bargain with the androids, and then the androids just messing with them and then killing them anyway. Because, hey, they tried that with King Piccolo, so they probably tried it with them. So, didn't work.
Didn't they survive?
I don't know. I don't think they did. They weren't in... I don't remember seeing them. Pandawok. Gohan glaring at Shin. I get that Majin Buu is bad, but why bring him here? Points at Cell Jr. Shin. I admit he's a malevolent being, but Buu is that grave a threat. Better the demon you know. Fair enough. Aiden W. Do you think there are other Saiyans in Universe 7? Like they all couldn't have been on Vegeta? Oh, no doubt. No doubt at all. Like, there is definitely more Saiyans out there. Yeah, it's just a case of when the Dragon Room want to bring them in. You know? Just in case if we've not had enough of Saiyans. Oh, just we'll add another one. You know, I don't...
Yeah, I like that if they will be adding some Saiyans from other universes to give them a twist.
Yeah.
While, Universe 7 ones, I'm pretty sure that scene in Broly was to show us that all Saiyans survived and
yeah, exactly.
They can return. Although I doubt it will be anyone significant in terms of strength.
Yeah.
The thing we did in Nappa is kinda what is my personal headcanon, that probably a lot of non-important Saiyans, like the ship maintenance crews and stuff like this, might have survived by just cutting their tails and laying low.
Yeah.
The non-combatant Saiyans or low-class ones that maybe didn't follow the order.
Yeah. By the way, guys, the Super Chat submissions are now closed. Thank you very much for your contributions. We will now be rattling through the remainder of what we have. So, yeah. Thank you very much anyway. If you are sending a Super Chat, it's pretty much out of the kindness of your hearts. If we have time, we might be able to read them. But, yeah. Generally closed right now. Okay. Dark Snake. Hey, Masako, I sent my Super Chat to your Twitter because I could not type it in the chat. Could you at me at MasakoX? I've not received it. So just type at MasakoX to me. Then I'll be able to see it. Dark Snake. Again. What if DBZ Multiverse wanted to add one of your what if characters? Who would it be? Ranch, Raditz, Snapper, or 21? Ranch, no doubt. Because, Ranch is the most quintessential character out of all of them. Because, good Raditz all very well and good, but that could easily blend in. Same goes for good Nappa, same for Cell 21 type thing. Ranch is the one that stands out the most, but I could still argue that a lot of people would then go, that's just like a fan character. But at the same time, I think Ranch has transcended that. Like, I think she has. I think. But if it were up to me, Ranch. If not, Good Raditz. I think Good Raditz would probably be the most logical one. Zeto V. What if Master Roshi was evil? Well, he is kind of evil depending on which civil rights group you talk to. Just saying.
Yeah.
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 I'm just saying. Depends on who you talk to. Less said about that, the better. The Stargazer. What if Tarbell met the Revelation F crew? How do you think a conversation between Captain F, Chilai, and Tarbell would go? I think Captain F would find it hilarious that Vegeta's brother is such a nice guy. The juxtaposition, I think Captain Frieza would just find utterly hilarious.
Frieza would hang out with Tarbell just to be able to mess with Vegeta later on.
Oh yeah, of course, considering that this Vegeta in this timeline is really much of a jerk after their personal history. And definitely, in our podcast we did with the cast, I know that Julia, who plays Chilai in that, wants Chilai to develop in a different way, that her hatred for Saiyans, mellows, ultimately. But yeah, I agree. Having Chilai hate Saiyans that much all the time, I mean, we'd be becoming everything we hate about granola. We'd just be doing granola, quite frankly, and we don't want to do that. Okay. Vulcan. Are you going to make a video about human transformations? Well, Sophie did that really one about Kaio Henshin, Krillin having a power-up, so it's kind of something we might not tackle for a while. What if Nappa went to Earth with Goku? Pretty much be a, pretty much just be a guide and minion and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Gobi, I know they were talking about Roshi's alignment. If Roshi were, then pretty much he'd be just different to Master Shen. Like, he and Master Shen would be buddies, almost. Or be part of the same school.
And the training, like, for Goku would be necessarily evil, and he'll redeem Krillin, who will be, like, very trying to follow Roshi's footsteps.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, thanks for the clarification, though, Gobi. Then, next part of Turles, Tuesday. Next part of Hercule Z Fighter. Not sure. But, yeah, Turles coming out on Tuesday. Disciple Oxide. What if Vegeta married 18? That would be an interesting dynamic. I think it would be quite a fruitful one. Very much built on masochism. But I think Vegeta would be okay with it. It's like, oh, 18, break my arm like you did back in the Android Saga! Alright, it's like, alright, I'll get the senzu beans ready. Oh, that hurts so good!
My God.
Stomp on my arm!
No, stop it. Stop it.
Sophie can't help you now. But no.
No.
Ultimately, no, seriously, that dynamic could be really intriguing. That would be interesting. Maybe we might actually do that for a lightning round. Maybe.
Ultra Ego discovered early.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boonies for you. What if Ryuk from Death Note ate a tree of Might apple? Probably that Death Note thing. That the Death Note probably would be much darker than it actually is. But a lot more technicality.
I would say that I will answer with a quote from one of PFS's parodies. Isn't that doing anything for you? Not anymore.
Ah, yes. Does that do anything for you? Not anymore. In Willem Dafoe voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Red Dragon, good point. Goku was basically human in the first Dragon Ball. Basically. Just a monkey boy. Boonies for you. What if the big Getester was the YouTube algorithm? Well...
This is kind of a good metaphor.
Kind of.
Yeah. Beep.
Beep. And then, yeah, when your channel gets taken down, it's, what do you mean I'm exploding? Beep. Alright. Eric Kochanka. What if Yamcha wished to become Saiyan? Oh, unlike Krillin becoming Saiyan, Yamcha would spam the heck out of it if he knew how to use it. Like, he would just, like, do Zenkais up the wazoo, but at the same time, it would then understand and come to terms with the fact that that kind of thing has diminishing returns. So, it will find out that it's actually something that you don't want to spam. Just saying.
I think at some point Yamcha might be a character that would actually wish himself back into a human.
Ultimately. Because it would just be so unfulfilling.
Yeah.
Okay. Noah Howell. Love the channel and the stories. Thanks for all you do. Oh, thanks, Noah. What if Kami and Piccolo fused before Nappa and Vegeta arrived on Earth? I did do a video about this. It was one of my first what ifs. It's what if Piccolo and Kami fused early? If you go back to the annals of 2017, you'll find it. But you'll like that one. Pandawok. What if Taba was a galactic patrolman? Bulma calling reinforcements during the Saiyan saga to help train the Z-Fighters and fight. Vegeta.
That's genius. That's actually genius.
That's actually really good. We'll make a note of that.
Yeah.
We'll make a note of that, actually. But, Pandawok, that story tidbit will turn up in a future what if. Just saying. Yeah, it will turn up. Last Dreamer. Could you do a what if most villains turned good? Well, that sort of happens, actually, because I think at least half of the villains in Dragon Ball in general actually become good. So, technically, that sort of has already happened.
And, like, those who didn't, like, we kind of tried to tackle, like, in one go, like, the closest one, we alluded to, maybe not with Turn Good, but to have three main villains of Z fight at the side of Good was in What If Cell Turn Good, because that was the one when we wanted to have all three, Zabu and Cell.
Yeah. No, definitely.
In one go. In DOB.
Okay. Kalfani Tolls. What if Yamcha or Krillin became an android? Yamcha, I think, actually did become an android at one point in the What If Broly was in the Android Saga. So Yamcha would become one just for the sake of, like, Oh no, Yamcha in the Hercule What If. Yamtron. Yamtron 9001. Oh, he pretty much be game for that, because that would be a way for him to catch up. So, no, definitely. I think he would, if he became that, he'd be pretty much right back up there with everybody. He would, like, say, don't hold any punches. Just give me everything you got. Yeah. ZOV. What if Pilaf got his hands on a time machine? He'd go back and then do everything that he'd probably just go back and win the lottery, because he wants money. Because, he'd be just the boring guy who just say, oh, I'd wish go back and look at the lottery and win the lottery. And all that stuff. That's what he'd do. So he can have an even bigger palace. Because remember, Pilaf's a gag villain. Austin Leap. What if Android 16 was reincarnated like Kid Buu before being reincarnated as Zoob? He'd be Obge. Because, reincarnations and all that stuff. So, or he'd just be turned into, you just bring back his, like, he'd be just Gable the Second or something like that. Becomes a genius scientist or soldier. Kalfani. So if Cell has Namekian DNA, does that mean Cell confused with other Namekians?
I don't think so.
No.
Like, the thing is, like, again, I like to explain this on this example. Like, in real life, you have those goats that produce spider silk instead of milk. But they are still goats.
Yeah. So, I don't think he has enough of Namekian DNA to, do that. He has enough he has enough to regenerate, but probably not enough to fuse with the Namekian entirely. Papa Podo. Remember the Undertale character Catty, and how she is a purple cat? What if a certain DBZ character on a previous visit to Earth got into a drunken tryst with Catty's ancestor? Just a joke idea. Oh, poor.
Oh, no.
Oh. But again, it just reminds me of the old TikTok meme that say, oh my goodness! It is the purple gentleman from Frederick Fazbear's! It's the purple gentleman. No, the violet gentleman. Yes. But I would say probably, yeah, that's how you get Poir. Alright, Panda Walk. DB R&R episode. Raditz and 18 being friends. Responsible older siblings and flashback to the Android saga. Raditz reasoning with the twins in a tag team match. Oh, I imagine Raditz and 18 get on quite famously, just simply for the fact they don't like Vegeta. You know? And then it's like, Raditz is like, tell me again the time that you broke his arm! That was priceless! It's like, oh, trust me, that never gets old. Hey, Vegeta, do you mind me demonstrating on your other arm? I won't, I promise not to hurt it this much. Just like, oh, they'd be just like throwing banter at Vegeta all the time. Okay. E. Garcia Hunter. What if Vegeta lands on Earth next to King Piccolo's palace? If Vegeta landed on Earth like Dragon Ball Sai time, well, King Piccolo's already been sealed, so I don't think that would quite work in that regard. So, unfortunately, I don't think that would be logical. What do you think, Hav?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Okay. It's what if Vegeta landed on Earth next to King Piccolo's palace?
Ooh. So, I mean, like if he was still around, that would be a curve stomp. Other than that, play the sound. Not like
Yeah, I'll play the sound. Oh, okay. Oh, Papa Potter was talking about Beerus, not Poir. Oh. Catty being Beerus's mum. Oh man. Oof. That's a. I'm like. There you go.
I was aware. I was sure you were making a bit.
Yeah. Dark Snake X5 coming in with the $50 super chat at the last minute, giving the Twitter thing, so I will read it right now. It's like, Raj, why? Why is Mai the evil Black Cyberbuster? Cronoa, because the Black Cyberbuster power was meant for Mai. You during the 1,000-year fight with Toa. I lost the Black Cyberbuster power through time and space. Never thought to be seen again. But I was wrong. Oh, dark. It sort of reminds me of Black Serena from Nadesco, the movie. Man, that was a bad movie. That movie killed Nadesco, damn it! Seriously, sorry. Martian Successor Nadesco is my favorite series, and they were planning to do a sequel. But that movie, they were going to turn it into a franchise, but that movie killed it. That killed the whole thing. So all it got were 2 video games and a 26-episode series and nothing for 25 years. And I'm like, oh, man. Oh. Seriously, I am just so sad about that. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, the Nadesco movie Prince of Darkness, it is just such an insult for the cast. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, except for Ruri, but, you know. But just saying, the main couple, you think it's going to be a happy ending. It's not. But yeah. Oh, no, I was saying Beerus was with Catty's ancestor, and thus Catty is his descendant. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry about that. I got my stuff mixed up. So she turns out to be, well, the reason why that Beerus is, you know, Beerus and Catty share stuff in common, I guess. So, you know, collaboration. So, on a previous visit to Earth, got into a drunken tryst with Catty's ancestor. Jarko? Or something like that? But yeah. No. I think that could be a way that you could collaborate and stuff like that. Alright. Okay. Alright. With that, I think we pretty much wrapped up everything. We are done for another roundtable. Haverock, thank you very much for being here.
No worries. Always a pleasure.
And thank you very much for watching and sticking by us for an hour and a half. So, sorry, Podo, can you just clarify with one more time? Again, my Undertale knowledge is really bad. So, just run that by me one more time. So, just so that means I can at least try and give it a coherent answer. If only Sophie were here, she'd be able to give a better answer. I'm just saying. So, you know, just, you know, I want to give Podo at least a reasonable answer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, sorry about this, Podo. Just... Oh. Yeah, it's got to be quick, because I hear Upper barking. Okay. Yeah. Jay Hunter? No, we did go through your super chat. Yeah, no, we did go through the Gohan one. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, I'm gonna have to leave. It was just a joke idea about Beerus having gotten drunk with an ancestor of Cathy's on a previous trip to Earth, and thus she inherits his powers. Oh yeah, sorry about that, Podo. Again, my coffee raddled mind is just all over the place right now. So sorry about that. I need to play more Undertale. But again, sorry about that, Podo. But I do appreciate your contributions anyway. All right, okay. I'm gonna go and deal with Uffa. And once again, thank you very much for being here, and I shall see you again tomorrow for the finale of What If Goku Married Bulma, so do look forward to that. Alright, see you guys, have a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye!
Bye!